If you've been following me for any, significant amount of time, you know that I've kind of flip-flopped a lot on how I'm using my personal domain and my personal website. I've used several different blogging platforms. I've used several different CMSs. I've used several different kind of approaches to hosting my blog. And last year, towards the tail end of last year, I kind of came to a realization that I don't really want to just do a blog. I was using Ghost at the time, I believe, and I still love Ghost. Ghost is, if you're going to do a blog that's just a normal blog, Ghost is the best platform to use. It's very, very good. I am not at all affiliated with them. They're just a very good like content hosting platform for written content. Um, but I kind of discovered like, hey, since I'm taking my development in a different direction, and I'm starting to work on like these smaller research projects, and I'm starting to ship more often and all of these different things, I want to kind of break away from the typical blog and the typical portfolio site and do something a little bit different. And I kind of started talking about the approach of making it like a playground. And what I meant by playground was all of these different projects that I'm working on, like all of these smaller ones, all the way up to the larger ones that I want to break out into products. Let's like just start throwing them up on this, personal site. So I've had the domain valhallaresearch.net for quite a while now, and I've been using it for different things. Like I said, it's pointed to blogs, it's pointed to all kinds of different things. Right now, it is pointed to a very bare bones Go and HTMX site. That is the stack that I'm going to be using at least for a lot of the projects that I'm working on, and it is currently hosting my main landing page and a small like basically proof of concept cryptocurrency investigation type tool. All it really does is look up the metadata about a specific pump fund token. That's all it does. So basically, what I want to do with my personal site is create a playground where I can deploy different tools and different things that I've built fairly quickly and not worry about scale as much. So I want to pop these tools up really fast and just kind of show them not off necessarily, but just have them in prod as something that people can use and experiment with them. And I think that that's a really valuable approach versus just having a blog where you talk about things. Have the blog as well as like I am showing you things that are in production that are like out there that people can use. Portfolio sites are cool because they can link out to your GitHub and show the source code that you've written. But to me, they're a little bit limited sometimes if that's all they do. Like they just kind of show like I can design a basic website, I can link to my GitHub portfolio, and that's about it. Instead, like why not have a web server that's hosting things that you have built that is showing people that you can build stuff that can sit up on a server and actually run and like actually do things and that you can actually iterate on it and show like the progress that you've made on it, and then also have a blog that links out to your GitHub and have that be a blog that you built yourself. That's one of the things that I want to work on over the next like month or so is like not build out like a fully fleshed out CMS, but build out a way that I can deploy blog posts, like basic markdown blog posts myself and say, I know exactly how this works because I built it all myself. And here's how it works. Here's how I paid attention to like SEO requirements and things like that. And I don't know. I've had a couple of people comment on the last couple of videos, just like basically saying, hey, if you don't focus on one thing, like specifically, you're basically doing like ADHD and you're not going to really succeed. And that might be the case. I might find out that I'm making a mistake by not focusing on one very specific thing and instead having like 5 projects I'm working on at a time. I'm really happy working on what I've been working on and kind of like approaching it the way I have been approaching it. So like if I don't make a dime off of it, I'll be a lot happier than I was towards the tail end of last year when I was burning myself out working on one project that never made any money and another project that lost me like tens of thousands of dollars. So that's what the personal site playground is to me. It's going to be a place where I deploy my research. You can go to valhallaresearch.net and see it right now. There's not much there, but that's going to be where I'm deploying a lot of my stuff in the future. And basically, if something takes off and it starts to look like it could become its own product, then I'm going to separate it out into its own domain and start doing marketing and all of that fun stuff. And I might do that before the thing takes off, but like at least for now, a lot of my research is going to sit there, and that's going to be where it lives for a while. That's about it. I'm interested to see if this idea of a personal site playground takes off. Um, it may not. Like people may not want to waste their time on that. And maybe they'll just kind of stick to their own personal portfolio. But to me, at least, having like a series of sites and apps and things like that you've got actively in prod, that seems like it would be more valuable than just linking to a GitHub profile. Maybe not. Who knows? That's about it. Take it easy. Peace.